Close your eyes. Allow all the tension of the day to slowly leave your body. Today, we will embark on a long journey through time to where the sun rises over the vast expanses of ancient Persia. Imagine that you are standing on the edge of a high plateau. The air here is dry, filled with the scents of wild herbs and hot dust. Around you, there is silence, broken only by the rare, measured breath of the wind that has wandered over these ancient stones for several millennia. We are transported to an era when great empires were built not in years, but in decades, when every stone had its own history and every ruler sought to leave their mark on eternity. Feel how the firm ground beneath your feet, the very ground that held cities that amazed, contemporaries with their power and beauty supports you. This is a place where heaven and earth meet, where the stars at night shine especially bright, illuminating the path for caravans disappearing into the horizon. Let us take a deep breath, filling our lungs with the tranquility of this ancient world. As you exhale, release all thoughts of tasks, plans, and the hustle of the outside world. Here, in the shadow of the majestic Zagros Mountains, time flows differently, slowly, like sand in an hourglass. We walk slowly along the mighty walls, whose foundations were laid long before the beginning of the great conquests. Everything here breathes peace and monumentality. Persia is not just a name on the map of history. It is a state of mind. It is endless gardens, irrigated by cool water from deep underground canals known as kunats. Can you hear their quiet, soothing murmur? The water flows deep underground, bringing life to this harsh yet beautiful land. This sound accompanies us. It serves as a soft tuning fork for our journey. You walk along a dusty road, but your footsteps are silent. Around you is a history that no longer requires struggle, only contemplation. Great kings, whose names once made entire nations tremble, are now just a part of this great silence. We are not here to study wars or political intrigue. We are here to feel the greatness of creation, the harmony of stone and sky. Allow your mind to become as clear as the night sky over Persepolis. Imagine how moonlight silvers the columns of the palaces, reflecting off the smooth floor slabs. There is no more rushing. There are no more anxieties. There is only this moment, here and now. We enter a space where the great becomes close and understandable. Calmness envelops you like a soft cloth, protecting you from the chill of the night. You are warm. You are safe. Your body becomes heavy and relaxed, sinking into the softness of the bed, while your consciousness smoothly slides along the waves of the historical narrative that carries you into the deepest and sweetest dreams. Ahead of us awaits a story of great beginnings, calm conversations in the shade of gardens, and wisdom that is impervious to time. As our journey continues, the landscape shifts gently. The rugged Zagros Mountains fade into the distance, giving way to fertile plains, where the first seeds of this great civilization were sown. Imagine the morning sun casting soft shadows across the valley. Here, the air is still and cool, inviting you to move with deliberate grace. You are walking through time, witnessing the moment when small, scattered tribes began to coalesce into a singular, purposeful society. Look at the craftsmanship of the early dwellings. They were built for harmony with the earth. Walls made of sun-baked mud bricks absorb the day's warmth, releasing it slowly throughout the cool desert night to create a temperate sanctuary. This is the essence of Persian ingenuity, a silent dialogue with the elements. There is no rush, no pressure to perform. There is only the rhythm of creation, a steady process that mirrors the rhythm of your own breathing. Notice the people who move through these spaces. Their lives are governed by the passage of seasons and the cycles of the stars, not the ticking of a clock. They know that to build something lasting, one must find balance. They spend their days tending to the land, and their nights in quiet contemplation under the vast canopy of the cosmos. This is a life defined by simplicity and a deep, intuitive connection to the land that sustains them. As you observe these scenes, let your breath become deeper and slower. Feel the connection between your form and the tranquility of this ancient place. Just as these people found stability by anchoring themselves to the earth, you too can anchor yourself in this rest. Your worries about tomorrow are like dry leaves carried away by a soft breeze. They have no power here. The architecture of their lives was built on communal wisdom, a shared understanding that strength comes from unity and patience. In every brick laid, there is a testament that greatness is a slow, methodical accumulation of small, intentional acts. You are now part of this lineage of peace. Like the ancient artisans, you are crafting your own sanctuary of rest. Allow the imagery of simple, mud-walled homes and sprawling, golden fields to fill your mind. See the light flickering in doorways as dusk settles over the plains. There is no urgency, no conflict. The world is at peace, and you are at the heart of that peace. As the stars emerge, painting patterns of guidance across the sky, let your eyes grow heavy. The journey has begun, and there is no need to travel further than the depth of your own calm. You are drifting into a state of deep, profound stillness, where the day dissolves into the quiet, starlit promise of restorative sleep. Now that we have established the roots of this civilization, let us shift our focus to the foundation of their leadership, the philosophy of the early rulers. Imagine the quiet halls of authority, not as places of noise, but as sanctuaries of contemplation and order. In this ancient world, leadership was not about dominance. It was about stewardship. The kings understood that to lead a vast and diverse people, one must first possess a deep inner stillness. Picture the early rulers sitting in the cool light of a stone chamber, studying maps of the realm. They were not driven by the hunger for expansion, but by the desire for stability and the welfare of those they protected. They believed a king is only as strong as the peace he can provide to the humblest farmer. This concept of the just ruler took shape. A leader who listens more than he speaks, and whose actions are guided by the long-term rhythm of the land rather than the short-term impulse of the ego. As you listen, notice the feeling of being guided. Just as these ancient people looked to their leaders for safety, allow your body to be guided into a deeper state of relaxation. You are simply an observer, resting in the safety of a well-ordered world. Feel your shoulders dropping, the tension in your jaw softening. The wisdom of these early administrators is like a protective mantle, shielding you from any lingering thoughts. They understood the delicate balance of administration. They built roads, not just for armies, but to foster connections between communities, allowing knowledge to flow like water through the veins of an empire. This was the birth of an interconnected world, where the focus remained on harmony and the ease of daily existence. Imagine these roads stretching out into the distance, quiet under the moonlight, symbolizing the clear, serene path that lies ahead for your own mind tonight. Let your thoughts follow these ancient paths. As they stretch out into the horizon, let your mind expand and soften. There is no destination, no goal. You are traversing the landscape of history, moving with the slow, steady gait of a traveler who knows everything is as it should be. The wisdom of the past cradles your thoughts in a calm, historical embrace, guiding you toward deep, quiet rest. In this space of governance, everything has its place. The stars, the water in the canals, the thoughts in your head, all are in harmony. You are becoming part of this structure, a calm center in a vast, peaceful world. The lessons of these rulers, patience and foresight, wash over you, smoothing out the edges of your mind. You are ready to drift into the heart of the night, fully at peace with the world, surrendering to the gentle, rhythmic promise of sleep. As we move deeper into this ancient world, imagine the grand, walled gardens that defined the Persian landscape. These were not merely parks. They were earthly reflections of paradise, designed with perfect geometry to invite profound peace. As you walk through these shaded pathways, feel the cool breeze carrying the faint, sweet scent of jasmine and pomegranate, grounding you firmly in this present moment. The water flowing through the carved stone channels creates a soft, rhythmic melody, a lullaby of nature that has echoed through the centuries, inviting you to finally let go of everything you hold on to. Everything here is designed for serenity. There is nothing to do and nowhere else to be. Notice the complex patterns in the stone tiles beneath your feet, mirroring the perfect order of the cosmos. Each piece is placed with intention, just as you are now choosing to release the rigid structure of your day. Here, beauty is a form of deep rest. There is no noise from the outside world, only the hushed, rhythmic whispering of leaves and the gentle movement of water. As you find a quiet spot beneath the shade of a towering cypress tree, feel your body sinking into the cool, soft earth, fully supported by the weight of history that surrounds you. Your muscles surrender to gravity, becoming loose and heavy. Observe the palace architecture nearby, with its majestic columns and delicate doorways. These structures were built to stand for an eternity, representing a permanence that contrasts with the fleeting thoughts of a busy mind. Let this sense of timelessness anchor you. Just as these walls have stood through countless nights, your mind can now stand in stillness, entirely unmoved by the minor worries of yesterday or plans for tomorrow. You are protected, secure, and entirely at ease. This is your sanctuary of stone and silence, a place where time slows down, breathing in rhythm with your own heart. In this sanctuary of shifting light and shadow, the world begins to soften. The sharp edges of reality fade, replaced by a warm, golden glow settling over your senses. You are drifting further into this historical dreamscape, where the only demand on your time is the slow inhale and exhale of your breath. Like water reflecting the night sky in the garden ponds, your mind is becoming still, clear, and prepared for the restorative journey ahead. The silence is vast and inviting, holding you in a gentle embrace as you drift away. You are safe, calm, and ready to let go completely. Every breath draws you closer to the stillness of the deep night, where ancient Persia blends into the quiet promise of your own peaceful sleep. Now that we have wandered through the gardens, let us move toward the heart of the capital, the great hall where the spirit of unity resides. Imagine the vast space where the ceiling mirrors the night sky. There is no urgency here, no pressure of expectations. The air is cool and fragrant, filled with the resonance of a civilization that valued balance. You are walking across the polished stone floor, your footsteps silent, your movements effortless. This hall was a place where representatives from every corner of the empire came, leaving differences at the threshold to stand together in a space dedicated to peace. Feel the atmosphere. It is a space designed to instill awe through a profound sense of order. The columns, carved with symbols of ancient myths and triumphs, seem to hold up the fabric of the night. Each detail tells a story of patience and a shared belief that even the smallest task contributes to a greater purpose. As you look at the soaring arches, let your gaze soften. Allow the visual complexity to blur into a simple, soothing pattern of light. You are not meant to analyze. You are meant to exist, letting its stillness wrap around you. Consider the wisdom of these people. They understood that the strongest structures are built with care and allowed to settle with time. Your own mind is like this hall tonight, a vast, calm space that has seen much, but now finds itself in stillness. The worries you carried are like echoes that have faded into the vastness of these stone walls. They have no place here. The only thing that remains is the steady, rhythmic pulse of your own existence. Breathe in the silence. Breathe out the day. You are grounding yourself in a legacy of composure that stretches back millennia. As you linger, feel the weight of history supporting you. You are part of an unbroken chain of human experience, a lineage of peace seekers who have stood in similar quietude, looking toward the same stars that watch over your rest. There is a deep, comforting continuity here. Nothing is lost. Nothing is rushed. You are anchored in this moment, held by the strength of these ancient foundations, drifting further from the shores of waking. The echoes of the past are now your lullaby, humming with a frequency of pure tranquility. Let your awareness drift deeper. The world outside is moving away, becoming distant. you are retreating into the quiet center of the palace, to a secure chamber where silence is absolute. Here, in the heart of this ancient wisdom, you are free to let go. You are resting in the cumulative peace of an entire civilization. The night is deep, the air is cool, and your heart is beating in harmony with the eternal rhythm of the stars. Your journey is reaching its destination. You are ready to surrender to the dark, gentle embrace of the deep, restorative, and infinite night. As you settle into this silent chamber, the grand history of the empire continues to anchor you. Imagine the walls adorned with intricate reliefs of eternal flames, representing the enduring light of knowledge that guided these people through the darkest of times. These symbols are not static. They shift gently in the dim, golden light of your imagination, mimicking the steady, rhythmic pulse of your own breath. You are no longer in a place of stone and mortar, but in a space constructed entirely of calm, quiet thoughts. The air is still. The world outside has entirely ceased its movement, and you are left with nothing but the feeling of being profoundly, deeply held by the weight of the past. Think of the scribes who recorded these histories, their hands moving with unwavering precision, capturing truths that were meant to outlive them. They worked in the quiet hours of the night, much like the one you are experiencing now. Their dedication to clarity and order is the same dedication you are applying to your own mind. You are organizing your thoughts, setting aside the trivial, and preserving only what is essential for rest. There is a profound dignity in this act of letting go. You are not losing yourself. You are refining your consciousness, polishing it until it mirrors the stillness of an ancient, tranquil sky. Listen closely to the silence. It is not an empty absence of sound. It is a presence, a living thing that surrounds you like a velvet cloak. It carries the weight of thousands of years of contemplation. In this silence, you hear the slow, measured ticking of the universe. The stars above move in their courses. The earth turns in its cycle, and you are in perfect synchronization with these grand, slow motions. There is no need to hurry, no need to speak, and no need to do anything at all. You have reached a place of perfect suspension, where every muscle is relaxed and every thought is slowly dissolving into the dark, welcoming sea of the subconscious. The deeper you go, the more the boundaries between the past and the present blur. You are becoming a part of the history you explore. The cool stone beneath you is familiar. The scent of the ancient incense is comforting, and the rhythmic darkness is your home. You are sinking deeper into a state of total, heavy rest. Every breath feels like a wave, washing away the last remnants of effort. You are drifting, drifting, drifting. The vast hall, the silent scribes, the eternal flames, all of it is fading now, replaced by a singular, overwhelming sensation of peace. You are ready to let go of the last threads of awareness, sinking into the quiet, boundless depth of the night, where only the soft, steady rhythm of your breathing remains to anchor you in this perfect, dark tranquility. Now, at the furthest edge of your journey, You find yourself within the inner sanctum of the royal archives, where the collective dreams of a civilization are kept in scrolls of papyrus and light. Everything is soft, muted, and infinitely still. The air is heavy with the scent of old wood and the stillness of centuries. Here, the knowledge of the past is not stored in words, but in the feeling of absolute peace that permeates the room. You are resting on a bed of cool, soft linen, surrounded by the quiet echoes of a culture that understood the sanctity of the dream state. This is the place where all searching ends and the final journey into restorative sleep begins. Allow your eyes to close completely, even within the dream. There is nothing left to see, nothing left to observe. The history you have traversed is now a part of you, a foundation of stillness upon which your own sleep is built. Feel the weight of your eyelids, the heaviness in your limbs, and the total lack of tension in your jaw. Your mind is like a calm pool of water, reflecting only the vast, dark expanse of the night. There are no ripples, no disturbances, and no movement. You are perfectly, beautifully still. The silence is now complete, a vast, soundless ocean that welcomes you into its depths, promising total rest for your body and your spirit. Consider the journey you have taken to arrive at this point. You have traveled through gardens, through great halls of reception, through archives of history, and now you have arrived at the final threshold. There is nothing more to do. The path behind you is dissolving, and the path ahead is a soft, gentle descent into the heart of the void. You are becoming one with the quiet, one with the stillness, and one with the very fabric of the night. The memories of the day are gone, replaced by the profound, heavy comfort of this ancient space. You are safe, you are warm, and you are descending into the deepest, most rejuvenating sleep you have ever known. In this final, silent space, time ceases to exist. There is only the continuous, rhythmic inhale and exhale of your own life force. The past has guided you here. The present is fading away, and the future is a quiet, distant promise that you do not need to concern yourself with now. You are drifting into the absolute silence of the deep night. The weight of your own existence is lifting, and you are becoming as light as a whisper, as still as the ancient stone, and as peaceful as the starry sky that watches over your rest. Everything is ready, everything is quiet, and everything is waiting for you to simply fall into the gentle, infinite depth of your own peaceful, restorative, and beautiful sleep. As you settle deeper into this profound state of rest, the architecture of the ancient world begins to dissolve into a soft, formless void. The grand columns, the silent archives, and the endless gardens fade away, leaving only the sensation of complete and total surrender. You are floating in a space that feels both infinitely large and perfectly contained, a sanctuary constructed of pure silence. There is no sense of direction, no need to navigate, and no task left to fulfill. You are finally untethered from the demands of your day, drifting in the calm, cool atmosphere of a night that feels as though it has lasted for 1,000 years. Every breath you take is deeper, slower, and more effortless than the last, sinking you further into the quiet. Feel the way the silence hums against your skin, a gentle vibration that matches the quiet, steady rhythm of your own heart. This is the frequency of deep, restorative sleep. It is the same quiet that filled the world before the first stone was laid, and it is the same quiet that will remain when the stars eventually dim. You are part of this cycle, a quiet observer of your own descent into the dark. There is a profound sense of safety here. You are protected by the weight of time, held by the gentle gravity of the earth, and guided by the soft, rhythmic pulsing of your own life force. Let go of the need to maintain control. The night is already holding you. Notice how your thoughts are no longer structured sentences or sequences, but rather soft, drifting images. A flicker of moonlight on water, the texture of smooth stone, the shadow of a cypress leaf. These are the final fragments of your awareness. They are not memories, but sensations that wash over you as you continue to sink. You are shedding the weight of your identity, becoming as simple and as clear as the night air. There is no past to hold, no future to plan. There is only the luxurious, heavy, and inviting expanse of the present moment. You are resting in the core of existence, where everything is still, everything is balanced, and everything is waiting for you to fully let go. The deeper you drift, the more the world outside loses its meaning. The urgency you once felt is now entirely irrelevant, a distant echo from a place you no longer recognize. You are home, and home is this quiet, dark, and endless night. There is a vast, welcoming comfort in knowing there is nothing left to do. You have completed your journey. You have reached the heart of the sanctuary, and you are ready for the stillness to take hold completely. Every muscle in your body is heavy. Every nerve is calm, and your mind is an empty, beautiful vessel, waiting to be filled with the deep, dreamless rest that your spirit craves. You are safe. You are deeply at peace. And you are ready. Now, you are floating on the very surface of the deep, dark ocean of sleep. The transition is seamless, a gentle slipping from the world of form into the world of pure, unadulterated stillness. There is no longer a sense of you as a separate entity. There is only the sensation of the night itself. The coolness of the air is all that remains, a soft, velvety touch that wraps around you. Every breath is now automatic, a tidal movement that pulls you further and further away from the shores of wakefulness. The silence has become absolute, a perfect, soundless symphony that signals the final arrival at the center of the night. You are completely and utterly at rest, safe from the world. Think of the stillness as a protective blanket. It is heavy, warm, and deeply comforting. It covers your thoughts, your worries, and your body, pressing down with a gentle, reassuring weight that anchors you in this moment. You don't need to do anything to maintain this state. You don't need to try to relax. The relaxation is already here, a natural state that you are simply returning to. It is the stillness that was always there, underneath the noise, beneath the busyness, and beneath the structure of your life. It is your true nature, and you are resting in it now. Each breath you take is a release, a letting go of the last tiny tension that remained within your muscles and your mind. The images have faded into a singular, deep violet hue. It is the color of the night, the color of the deep, restorative dream state. Everything is soft, everything is blurred, and everything is perfectly calm. You are not thinking anymore. You are simply existing. A flicker of light within a vast, silent, and peaceful expanse. The world is far away, a faded memory, while here, in this quiet, there is only the steady, rhythmic pulse of your own life, moving in perfect harmony with the slow, deep currents of the universe. You are safe, you are held, and you are completely surrounded by the stillness of an eternal, restful night that welcomes you. There is no longer a need for words, for stories, or for history. Even the memories of the gardens and the halls have served their purpose and drifted away. You are left with only the essence of peace. It is the peace of the earth, the peace of the stars, and the peace of your own heart when it is finally completely quiet. You are sinking deeper into the soft, dark velvet of the night. There is nowhere left to go, for you have reached the very source of tranquility. The night is deep, the air is still, and you are prepared to surrender to the final, quiet beauty of the deep, restorative, and infinite. Beautiful rest. You have arrived. There is nothing left but the absolute, beautiful, and profound stillness of the final rest. All the layers of the day have been peeled away. All the stories have been told, and all the paths have been walked. You are now resting in the core of the quiet, where time does not pass and where the mind does not wander. You are like the deep earth, under the winter snow, silent, still, and regenerating in the total embrace of the night. Every breath is a whisper of peace, a gentle, rhythmic movement that confirms your surrender. The world has ceased to matter, replaced by the heavy, sweet, and endless comfort of a dreamless, deep, and restorative sleep that now fully claims you. Everything that you have been is held in this moment of stillness. There is a profound sense of completeness here, as if every part of your experience has finally aligned in perfect, silent harmony. You are not losing your consciousness. You are expanding it into the infinite calm of the night. The darkness is not empty. It is full, it is rich, and it is entirely alive with the promise of true rest. You are floating in this space, untethered, weightless, and perfectly secure. There is no more searching, no more striving, and no more questions. There is only the long, slow, and beautiful breath of the universe, and you are part of it, resting safely in its quiet, dark, and eternal embrace. Let your awareness dissolve entirely. Even the sensation of breath is becoming faint, a soft ripple in a vast, still pool. You are reaching the point where the distinction between the dreamer and the dream disappears, leaving only the experience of absolute, untroubled peace. You are the stillness. You are the night. You are the quiet, restorative energy that moves through the dark, nurturing and healing everything it touches. The journey is complete, and you are exactly where you need to be. There is no effort required to stay here, only the willingness to be still, to be quiet, and to fully release everything into the soft, velvet arms of the night. Finally, there is only this, a perfect, silent, and unending moment of peace. You are resting now, in the deepest part of the night, where all is still, all is well, and all is quiet. The shadows are gentle, the silence is soft, and your heart is beating in perfect, slow rhythm with the stillness of the cosmos. You are ready. You are drifting. You are gone. The last remnants of the day fade into nothingness, leaving behind a mind that is pure, a body that is healed, and a spirit that is at home in the vast, deep, and eternal rest of the night. Sleep now, deeply, peacefully, and completely, until the first light of a new day eventually calls you back. Everything is quiet. Everything is still. Sleep.